Welcome to the Cool FM Live Sports Show. My name is Jon Berger. Here with me today is Jared Young, Dennis Baker, Kevin Lassiter. Thank you guys for coming in. How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
It was good Sunday. Good Sunday.
Draft week is here.
Oh my gosh, so pumped. I'm so pumped about that. You couldn't get me more pumped about anything. So, we've got the Seniors Helping Seniors top plays. Let's get into it.
Get your popcorn ready.
I love that.
A lot of stuff on the baseball field.
Holy
this week.
smokes. Did he have a drone?
That's Douglas versus Gilbert. Good camera work.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Where are they at on the
Look at
roof
that
of the
jump.
school?
And he's safe.
He's
There's a big tower out there.
Yeah, he's in the football stands.
Check this fake throw
I
out.
love it.
Gets the guy
Nice
at third.
move.
Third?
Fake the cameraman out, too.
Dude.
This is Wilcox.
Whoa! That ball is out of there.
Gone.
Is that Hattie
Oh,
again?
Desert
This is
Christian.
actually in the
That's an
park.
in the park
That's
home
an in the
run.
park home run. That didn't go all over the fence.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's Lily
But it's
Williams.
still
hit
a
that
home
thing
run.
and got all the bags.
And you can see the ball. See how high that trajectory was. Wow.
I don't know if you guys saw
Douglas Gilbert.
just now when that girl hit at the plate. The girl that was on deck was timing her, and they swung consecutive.
same
That's
time.
pretty cool.
I
It's
did
so
see that.
awesome
I
to
did
see that.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's great stuff.
Look at this shot to left.
Look at the play at home here.
Are you kidding me?
And
No.
oh,
you
That's
notice
ball.
Wilcox
Yeah.
lost the ball. Another runner
Oh,
coming.
no!
Ah, got under it. Got under it. Ooh,
Oh, you gotta
the
hustle.
Bulldogs are
listen,
hot.
I love the smart base running. I love to see that right
He did that
here.
intentionally. Kicked the ball from the catcher.
I mean,
He could have.
sometimes you got to do that. If you know somebody's coming right there behind you,
You know this
credit to the fielder for trying to back him up and go make that tag too, though.
Bulldogs are excited about that play for sure.
They play pro baseball on that field in
This
Douglas.
is-
That is the
Bulldogs.
home run by MACUMBER.
Nice. Over the...
Hattie
Wow.
MACUMBER strikes again.
Hattie the hitter in this one.
Not the heater, but the hitter.
Love
Yeah,
it.
this
Shot
is-
to third.
This is Douglas
Did he get him?
Gilbert.
No.
Bad throw there at third enables that run to get there.
That kid's dirty. Look at that guy.
Douglas making
Douglas come to play, man.
Plays out
Bulldogs ain't messing around.
They're so aggressive. I
This
love
is
it.
Gilbert North. This is a 5A operation. This isn't a
Phoenix team, right?
little pushover team. This is a team that came in, and that was a long road trip for those
Yeah,
guys.
it was
So
3.5 hours. That probably 4 hour
That's a
drive
4
from
hour
Douglas.
drive.
Yeah, but
So-
you know the Bulldogs. Anybody, anywhere, anytime.
All right, our top plays of the week are always brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Seniors Helping Seniors. If you're searching for a like-minded friend to help you tackle chores and tasks, or even a companion to join you in hobbies and activities, call Seniors Helping Seniors. Their caregivers are seniors themselves and show up ready to exceed expectations on a schedule that meets your needs. Or you can call or you
There
can
it
make
is.
or you can
got
make a
it.
difference by
okay.
joining Seniors Helping Seniors, the family, and join them, working with them. Check them out at southernArizonaSHS.com or 520-487-4246. It's almost like I've never read that one before. Next up, we've got Berean Academy recaps.
Yeah, some
right.
good games we were able to cover, where we got a lot of those highlights from, starting with Wilcox versus Desert Christian. Got to see Hattie the hitter, Hattie the heater, all of it come on display. First inning, you see they're already up 4-0, so Wilcox in control.
Oh, and this you see she already hit it. Lily hit it, and she's already at third base. The ball ain't even got back into the infield yet, and boom,
A standing
in the park home run, and she hit in 2 RBIs.
You wonder if she hit it into a set of rose bushes or something like that. That was always the problem for us. Nice job there.
Looks like the relay was mishandled.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another play there, another run.
Now you're right now with a score 8-0. You're watching them
And
just
you're in the second inning.
yeah.
Another big shot out to the left.
You wonder why Hattie's got such a big smile on her face all the time. It's because of scores like this.
Yeah.
I'd never be unhappy with a score like
So
that.
It's second inning, no outs, and you're up 9-0.
Right. And they just poured it on. I mean, but Wilcox is capable of doing this. They've done it many times this year where they just have these long 7-8 run innings where the batting order goes around a couple of times. Meanwhile, when you flip it and they're pitching, it's 3 up, 3 down. And here's the solo shot from MACUMBER. She knocked that one all the way out the fence. Credit to Desert Christian. They got a really beautiful facility up there.
I know, that is so
really nice.
beautiful.
Everything there is brand new football field, brand new softball field. Really nice facility, and it's right kind of in the heart of Tucson.
In Tucson. Wow.
Yeah, right,
a nice
right
place
off
in
Speedway.
Tucson.
South Speedway.
Right off Speedway. It's real nice.
Wow.
Shout out
they
to
must have got
Wilcox
the pressure
girls
washer
there.
out.
Big win.
When they won in 5 innings, I think it was. No, our game went to 4. They won in 4 innings. So big win for them. Hattie had 8 strikeouts, and then she went to the field and made some plays. We saw the RBI, the 3-run RBI from Lily, and just the Cowgirls are powering on towards the end of the season.
Now, next up, we've got Douglas versus ALA Gilbert North. Now, this, what were you saying, a 5A team?
Yes, that's a 5A program.
Yeah, Phoenix Metro 5A program. Douglas plays in the 4A Southern.
They skipped that thing right into the outfield there, and then he got himself 2 bases out of
Sure
it.
did.
Boy, he's lucky it didn't come down on him.
Well, that was a great aggressive slide to make that second baseman have to jump.
Nice job by the pitcher fielding that one, and this pickoff move.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It should almost be illegal.
That's great.
Would that be legal in the major leagues? I don't know.
See, I wonder about that. But hey,
It works in high school.
Good play nonetheless, right?
Just precision hitting right here by Douglas, getting the ball right in the slots.
And this play right here was, that was a different play.
That's a different one. Yeah, the catcher having trouble holding on to these ball.
There.
That was a great throw right there.
Yeah.
Score 2-1.
He's just dropping right in front of the field.
Seeing a lot of that, just really good.
And this one, I think he slid and kind of broke it up.
Yeah.
You see that a lot of times with runners sliding into second base. It's not so prevalent that you see it happening at home plate, but hey, smart base running.
Ooh,
Skip that one right up the line.
That's got to be worth 2, right?
And another run comes in for Douglas.
Douglas is getting
I'm not
hot,
seeing a lot
man.
of power hitting, but you don't need it.
No, you can hit with
Put the ball
precision.
in play.
That's all you need. And look, another
error.
Another error, and here comes another run. But Douglas, they just got to get guys on. You get guys on and let everything else kind of happen the way it's going to happen. You know, the Gilbert North Eagles weren't doing a good job with their gloves in this game, and they paid for it.
Nice play by the third baseman. Made 2 in a row here.
Nice.
Routine. Sometimes it's
Did
the
they get him?
routine plays.
Got him. How many pickoffs did he have that day?
Oh, I was just.
And it's a lot of them consistently making the easy play.
Yeah.
But, it's those routine plays that sometimes determine winning and losing in those games. As we saw on the flip side, we saw a lot of errors in the infield and the outfield there where, leading to Douglas runs. So sometimes making those routine plays, if you're consistently able to do that, as Douglas has been shown they're able to, they're going to have success and be able to go into Phoenix and beat some of these powerhouse teams.
Yep.
This week's recap's brought to you by Berean Academy in Sierra Vista. Get out, get ready for nonstop highlights, bold predictions, and everything you love about the game. We love Berean Academy. They're great sponsors.
For sure.
And, if you've got a kid looking for a school, you got to go check them out. All right, next up, it looks like we got other games. We got St. David baseball.
Yeah, I mean, they were in action. I wanted to highlight them because they played Duncan. They won in a game 12-2.
Holy smokes. Yeah.
And then again, 5-4 over Valley Union. So looks like St. David just last week alone, they had they're on a 4-game winning streak.
Yep.
So I don't know if they played all 4 last week. I know it was at least 3. We saw Douglas in the game there, but that wasn't their only game. They also played against Rio Rico and won 2-1 in walk-off fashion, I might add. So, that's an exciting thing. Buena moved into second place in the 5A South region with wins over Desert View, including a dominant 14-4 victory in one of those games.
We've got to get some of those Buena baseball kids on.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. More to come for sure on that. Benson, who's ranked third in 2A, they had 2 close road losses this week. So, a lot of the baseball teams still hot in Cochise County, but the competition's getting a little tougher. Some teams are playing each other or playing tougher opponents. Also in softball, Douglas swept Rio Rico.
Can you believe that? Wow.
And also beat ALA Gilbert North, the team that we saw featured there, 15-0.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. That's
Nice.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nice job, Lady Bulldogs.
It's only 5 field goals.
Buena softball, they were going into the week with a 3-game losing streak, but last week they bounced back with 2 wins over Desert View, and they're kind of in playoff position, trying to improve their playoff chances. And then got to give a shout out to St. David's Paisley Gooding, who pitched a no-hitter
Oh my gosh.
and a 22-0 win over Duncan.
So they couldn't get her, but her team brought the bats out.
Wow.
Nice job by the Lady Tigers down to St. David.
Great job, ladies. All right, so
That's it for our game recaps.
we'll move into so we've got Player of the Week. We've got Prestige Remodeling Player of the Week. Oh, yeah, we've got some great ones this week. All right, so number 1, we've got Miguel Encinas from Bisbee Baseball, a perfect 4 for 4 with a home run on Friday versus Tombstone. Also went 2 for 3 with 2 stolen bases and 2 RBIs earlier in the week. Bisbee is on a 14-game winning streak, and he's leading that.
14 games. That's unreal, man.
We've been talking about the last 2
Yeah.
weeks, just how
Yeah,
hot and how good this Bisbee baseball team is.
Every week
They
they're
won the state title a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So right back in the hunt for it. Yeah.
every week it seems like they're better though. It's
And
ridiculous.
when a kid goes 4 for 4 with a home run,
Yeah, Jack.
and then go 2 for 3, 2 stolen bases, a couple RBIs, that's definitely nomination for Player of the Week.
yeah, he's up there.
Big
Okay,
time clutch performance.
number 2, we've got Tristan Meyer from Bisbee Baseball, who went 3 for 4, a home run, 3 RBIs in the same Tombstone blowout. 2 Bisbee guys dominating the county right now.
I would even say 3 because Jackson Alvarez isn't even in this graphic
Such a
right
good
here.
point. Jackson, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing
When
him.
the team has won 14 in a row, you got to have multiple people playing really well, and that's
yeah.
what we're seeing here. So,
when you're
point.
putting up those runs.
Good point.
Number 3, we've got Vincent Jaros from Buena Baseball. He's Buena's top hitter, leads the team in batting average, hits, triples, slugging, on-base percentage, was active in both wins over Desert View, 5-3 and 14-4 this week. That's incredible. Good job, my man.
Absolutely.
we got some great athletes doing big things for the Player of the Week. So, yeah, again, in the comments, we encourage you to share your thoughts on who this should be. Give us your pick. Who do you pick out of these 3 amazing baseball players for the Player of the Week?
Or if there's another one, if we miss someone and you think they deserve some recognition, go ahead and put their name, maybe some of their stats, what made their week so special.
For sure.
But these 3 guys got to shout them out. I don't know. We can pick one as a panel if we want, or we could just keep it that and say, hey, all 3 of these guys, phenomenal week, and go from there.
I mean, I got one personally for if we were going to pick, my vote would be for Miguel Encinas. That 4 for 4 and that home run. Hey, man, you can't ask for a better game than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep feeling like there's a player from Douglas that I want, but maybe that was from the week from before. But I'm going to split it with you right here. I think Vincent Jaros, Buena's top hitter, he's had a great season. Yeah, but I guess this is a weekly. Yeah. Miguel. I would give it to Miguel.
Miguel would be my vote too.
Weekly vote for sure.
When you look at the 2 games, combine the numbers, he would have been 6 for 7 with a home run, 2 stolen bases, and I don't even know how many total RBIs. I mean, how could you do better?
Yeah, that's a heck of a week. That's a heck of a week. Very distinctive.
one at bat.
So I guess, does that settle it then?
Yeah,
I believe
So
so.
congratulations, Miguel Encinas. You are the Player of the Week for the Cool FM Live Sports Show. Great job for him, and congrats to all the other players that were nominated as well, Tristan Meyer and Vincent Jaros. Great job for everybody. All right, so this week's Player of the Week was brought to you by Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC of Sierra Vista. They've pioneered a visionary approach that empowers exceptional service, reinvigorating the fundamental principles of customer-centered service. As a licensed general contractor, including plumbing and electrical, they proudly cater to both commercial and residential needs. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com.
Thank you.
Good job on that, man.
Good Lord, dude, that was a perfect read.
Yes, exactly. With tongue twisters and everything. Went right through it. No problem.
Customer-centric service.
My eyes start
Customers.
bleeding when I start reading. I'm working so hard.
Goodness.
All right, next up, we've got the Physical Balance Center sports news.
Local sports news.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about something that happened at Buena High School Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
We had a special presentation brought on by the athletic department that showcased all of the signees, we'll say, for all of the kids that signed to play at the next level in college. And I believe there was 15 total athletes that were there. And we've had some notables that have been on the show before, Trent Williams and all the guys.
Michael.
And these guys with phenomenal tackle, the all-time tackle leader in the state of Arizona, Mr. Cooper Krause, and Maya.
Maya. We've interviewed.
Maya was on there, and the Haymore girl from the soccer team was on. And
yeah.
So congratulations to all of our local athletes that were able to sign their letter of intent to play at the next level. And we're excited to see good things happening for you guys, and you see some good stats for you, and hopefully getting the chance to start maybe even as freshmen. We'll see how they do. I don't know the whole plans. Even TJ and Ricardo, those guys are going to be the closest to home when it comes to despite Amaya's right down the street in Silver City, but
the Eastern Arizona girls too.
Yeah,
That's right.
And then so those two boys up in Western Colorado, we'll have to see how they do and try and.
Are we going to get tickets though? Are they going to be
track
able
on
to
those
hook us
guys?
up?
And if we can jump in the car and drive up the road to a little southwest Colorado or somewhere and cover these guys, it'd be great to see that.
Well, they've got to send us video. That's all there is to it. We got to get videos that we can make some clips and
So
drop
once
it in.
again, hats off to all those athletes for all they've done up until this point to make it to the next level and do whatever they need to do with being coachable and do what they need to do in the classroom as well. That's the most important thing. So
Yeah, it's such an honor to even be around and even cover the sports, and when it comes to local sports. And one of the beautiful things of high school sports and these athletes is when they get to play on the next level, how the local sports becomes national sports, because they get to go on to bigger and better things, or just different places all across the country or all across the world, where they still have fans right here in Sierra Vista for give us the opportunity to show our support and root for them and make them feel loved and supported, and know that we'll be rooting for them and wishing them the best.
There's always a home to come back to. If you don't feel like school was the thing and it didn't work out, you can always come home. We still love you. So.
But it's going to work out for them because they are determined and they did
Those
a lot
kids,
of great things in
these
school.
kids are,
and these kids are achievers not only in their respective fields of sports, but they are great academians as well. So we looking forward to seeing your success, not only in sports and in school, but just also in life. We're very proud of each of you. I mean, we had athletes across the diaspora of sports, right? We had volleyball, we got wrestlers,
right,
we got
soccer.
baseball, soccer, tackle football, we got everything. And so just a great job. It's always great to see people get their chance to go to the next level.
It's like
Absolutely.
Buena has almost every sport and they're awesome at all of them. You see how many recruit kids. That's kind of important. I don't know.
Yeah.
And speaking of recruiting and the next up, who you need to hear from, we got a great interview coming up for you. We had a great player that came and a great athlete that we got a chance to interview. So check out this interview in our local sports news. We got a surprise special guest for us today. We got Hattie MACUMBER, the starting pitcher for the Wilcox Cowgirls softball team. So Hattie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was great to have you on the show. So before we get into asking you questions, I'm gonna kind of hype you up a little bit because I've been watching you play. So
We say her name all the time,
Yes.
so we might as now there's a face.
have you heard the nickname that I kind of gave you on the air?
Hattie the Heater.
How do you feel about that nickname?
I love it.
Oh, okay, good. Because if you didn't, I had to change it. All right. So Hattie the Heater MACUMBER, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this young lady is an accomplished pitcher. She's played softball at many levels. We're going to ask her a little bit about that in a second. But currently, her team, the Cochise Cowgirls, #1 in the region, right?
It's incredible.
You are also you lead the state in strikeouts, correct?
Yes.
And you are in the top. I know the number changes a little bit from
Yeah.
day to day, but let's just call it top 10 in strikeouts
Yeah.
in the entire country, right?
Yes.
Okay, so amazing accomplishments
Thank you.
as a pitcher, but also I've seen you hit quite a few home runs this season.
Yeah, you've been pretty much all of them.
So, being that you kind of excel more on the defensive side of the ball,
Yeah.
but you're a good player on the offensive side of the ball. Tell me about any kind of situations you've been in where you felt the need to perform like under pressure. What is it like when you have to get this strikeout or you have to get this hit in order to get a run? How do you handle those type of situations?
I feel like I've always been pretty good under pressure. I feel like I've kind of worked under pressure. Like I've had that been blessed with that. But honestly, I feel like it's just take a step back and realize you've practiced this. You've done a million swings. You've thrown 100,000 pitches. Like it's just trusting in your body and knowing that you can do it if you try.
Okay. And so speaking of throwing a million pitches or hundreds of thousands of pitches, how long have you been playing softball?
Oh, since I was I've played t-ball, played all the little leagues, so probably 5.
Have you at what point did you say, okay, I'm going to be a pitcher?
Oh, actually, I was supposed to be a catcher, and then they were I was catching, and they were like, okay, Hattie, you're gonna pitch, and I did good, so I just kind of got thrown in, and then they're like, you should pitch, so I just started pitching from there.
So I think the first time I remember seeing you pitch, we had video of you playing in a really, really big game like last season. What game was that, and what significant accomplishments took place in that one?
Last season, it was probably a middle school game. It was probably against. I think we played St. David last year in the championship. It's probably against
that's
them.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Middle school is so fun. I miss middle school.
So, would you say softball is more of a mental game or more of a physical game?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I would say it's definitely more mental. I mean, if you have the talent, you can't really do it unless your mental toughness is strong enough to get you through the pressure moments and all the big plays.
So, your team this season is having an amazing year. Yeah. You guys have faced opponents kind of in your local area, but you've also played teams outside the area as well. But tell me, what are one of your favorite memories so far this season that you've had with your teammates?
Oh, definitely when we had a team bonding day, and we went to Trevor's, our coach's brother's house. He has a pool. So we all went swimming and ate a bunch of food. It was kind of nice.
Okay.
I want to know, do you have any professional athletes that you find as inspiration?
Definitely Jordy Ball. That's where my number's from. Number 98. I got that from her. Okay. I've always been a Montana Fouts fan. I have a bunch of merch from her too. It's mostly pitchers. Jenny Finch, obviously Arizona.
Yeah, for sure. Golly, she's the all-time great. She's the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, what does your training look like? What do you do in training to help, prepare to be able to face all these batters?
I mean, it's really just watching film. We'll go on Game Changer and go through all the batters and be like, okay, this girl struggles with outside pitch. This girl struggles with the up ball. So we but with the day before practice, we'll run through the batters and run through what pitch sequences we're wanting to throw to each person.
Okay, so it's very, very detailed.
Yes. Yeah.
Somewhat close to almost kind of scripted. You guys put it together.
Yeah, we were just okay, if I throw a curveball and she fouls it off, we're going to go up or we're going to throw a changeup. We kind of just play by play and just see what we think was going to work.
All right. So in the that was the Benson game. Mm-hmm. During that game, you had a no-hitter going, right?
Yeah.
And then I know there was a bunt. Yeah. And you and your third base kind of bumped into each other, had a little issue.
Yeah.
And that batter got on base.
Yes.
What were you thinking in that moment?
Well, I mean, I was okay, she's going to bunt, so I'm going to throw a rise ball, because usually when you throw a rise ball, the bunt comes up. So I was like, oh, it's right to me, I'm ready, and I catch it, and I just see her out of my view, just run into my glove, and then I think I have it. Like I was like, oh, I still caught it, and then I just see it roll from under her, and I was like, dang it, dang it.
So then immediately following that, when you get out of that inning, and I don't think you guys gave up any runs.
No.
And then you come up to the plate. What were you thinking now that you're on the other side of the game?
Yeah.
What was your thought process in that at bat? And we know what happened, but we'll let you tell the story. But what was your thought process in that at bat?
I feel like it was just kind of like a get back. Like I'm like, okay, you got on base, but maybe I should do something better. And I wasn't trying to hit a home run. I was just trying to like maybe hit a double, maybe single, triple, whatever. But then it went over, and I was like, oh, that's even better.
So yeah, you hit a massive home run. I think you knocked that ball halfway back to Wilcox when you hit it, and it was just you made it look easy when you did it.
Yeah.
All right. So is there any like extra pressure that you feel, or anything different that you feel because you went from playing middle school ball to playing high school ball at an early level so soon?
I feel like it's a little bit of pressure just because, like, usually I play in California, so it's like usually you don't know anyone there, and you're just kind of like, but like when you come back and play in Wilcox, everybody's like knows for the softball team, and everyone comes and watches those games, so it's just that kind of pressure of like, oh, they're expecting so much. But honestly, all of our girls usually just blow it off and win.
Well, I've got a question. Now, are you into any other sports at all?
My dad's a wrestling coach, so
Oh, no.
I've been growing up in the wrestling room.
They got you in the wrestling room, too? Oh, good Lord. So you're breaking people's pinkies and stuff like that, twisting arms
Sure,
and
yeah.
stuff. Right. Yeah, so so tell us about that. Like, is that, how much experience have you had doing that?
So I wrestled when I was like little, like 7-ish, and then because my brother was a wrestler too. So growing up with him, that's really a lot of mental toughness.
You don't want to be a rag doll?
Yeah. I was gonna wrestle last year, but we decided as a family that was probably not a good idea because a lot of injuries in wrestling are shoulder injuries,
Yeah.
and we don't want to ruin my softball stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of a helper in there. So I just kind of teach.
Kind of
Yeah.
assistant coach Hattie in
Yeah,
that role.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not the first female wrestler that we've had in here. We've had some really good ones in here,
Yeah.
so that's really cool to hear about that. You're a multi-sport athlete.
Yep.
And did you go to tournaments and stuff like that and beat
Yeah,
up
when
on-
I was younger, I did, but I just kind of decided, like, you know what, it's not worth the risk. I was like, I'll play volleyball instead. So we're playing volleyball.
Oh, volleyball's another
Yeah.
great one.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So with like in baseball, pitchers have to rest a lot more often
Yeah.
after pitching. What is your typical rest cycle like after you finish pitching in a game?
Usually I make sure I stretch really good before the game. That's like one of my biggest things is a lot of stretching, a lot of warm-up pitches. After the games, I have like an ice sleeve. It like has ice packs in it, and you put it on, like strap it like this. And then there's also this machine. It's like a TINS machine, like shocks you. It's called a Mark Pro, and I also put that on my arm. Yeah, those are
So
too.
torture
Preparation
devices.
recovery
Yeah.
is very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
So
Have you guys ever done that cupping thing?
I love cupping.
Oh,
I
are
have my
you
own
kidding me?
cupping machine, and I love it.
Cupping machine?
Yeah, it like you like press the on button, and it'll suck for like
Yep.
20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, listen, they got all type of equipment that we didn't have when we played sports in high school. I might have got a couple extra years of football if I had some of that stuff, foam
Yeah,
rollers and all
good
that,
stuff.
these TINS machines, and all stuff I learned about as
so
I got
many
older.
questions now.
But it's great that
So
these
many.
things are available. It's even more, it's great that you already know the importance of them
Yeah.
and that you're using them because you set yourself up for the future, which leads into my next question.
Okay.
What are your goals and your aspirations kind of as a student athlete and beyond?
I think obviously for high school, winning 4 state championships, that's like my top goal. I've had that goal since I was middle school, elementary school. Obviously keeping my academics, student comes before athlete, so that's a pretty obvious one. I do want to go play D1 softball. I do want to go play D1 softball and get my degree, and then hopefully maybe get Athletes Unlimited, pro softball, and stuff after that.
Wow, that would be fun.
Yeah.
So, so is there a school in mind? You don't have to tell us what it is. Is there anything like,
Yeah, I have a list. I have a top 10s list that
Okay.
I can't really say one set school because they're just moving. They're always moving. I went to a couple camps in January, and I got to see a couple campuses, but it's still all kind of up in the air.
So,
Wow.
not asking about the school you'd like to attend, asking more of you as a fan of softball. What's your favorite college softball team as a fan?
As a fan,
What did you watch?
I don't know. I mean, I love the U of A Stadium. I've been there so long. I love those girls in that team. I know one of the pitchers for ASU, Isa Silva, so I also like going to watch their games. And then obviously Texas. I mean, national champions. I mean, obviously like to watch them play. And OU, OU.
Now,
Another
could you
good team.
handle that kind of weather? Have you ever been to Texas?
I went to a camp there. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't that bad when we went. It was a little cold, but it wasn't like
Cold.
anything crazy. It was cold. It was cold when we went to Texas. Just a little bit.
Okay. Wow.
All right, so stats-wise, you're killing it this year. Do you have like goals that you're setting for yourself? Do you want to get a certain number of strikeouts, or is there an ERA you're trying to maintain? Like, what's your goal, and what do the numbers mean to you?
Honestly, the numbers are a big thing, but they're also not really a big thing because, like, if you think it's more of a team thing. So, numbers, I want to keep my ERA under 1 because obviously you don't really want 1. And then strikeouts, I was trying to break school record, and I did that the other day. So I did that, but I'm just trying to better it for my team. And
The single season record?
yeah, I think it was single season.
Okay.
How many games are left in the season?
So we have 2 regular season games next week, Tuesday and Thursday, and then we go into playoffs.
And are you pitching either of those games?
I'll probably pitch both, yeah.
So the statistics, you're breaking the record every time you go out and pitch.
Yeah.
The bar is being raised every time you go out.
Good gravy, that's
That
fun.
is amazing. All right, so I think this will be my last question.
Okay.
Tell our audience one interesting fact about you that maybe either no one knows or very few people know.
I love to sing karaoke.
What?
I am a karaoke singer. I'm not a good singer, but I love to sing karaoke.
That's kind of typical for karaoke singers, so there's no problem there.
Yeah, you'll always catch me at a party singing karaoke.
Okay, well, that's kind of fun. Shoot, I'm trying to think of anything fun that, yeah, I think you've done a great job, and we're very proud of you. Kevin's seen you play live a bunch of times. We've seen you on these highlights about 1 million times, so congratulations.
Thank
We've
you.
had such a great time meeting you, and you're definitely a blessing to your community, so
Thank you so much.
good job.
You are on of the many accomplishments that you've had, you're on a very small list of special people with us because you're one of the few people that's been our player of the week for multiple times.
Yeah.
I think you're the first female athlete to accomplish that with us, and you're also a candidate for our athlete of the month. So please continue doing what you've been doing. We wishing
try.
much success to you and to all your teammates down in Wilcox. And special thanks to Coach Ward and to Hattie's parents for helping coordinate with us to have you appear on the show. We really appreciate it, Hattie. It's been great talking to you. I'm looking forward to seeing more of you and your teammates play this season, and of course the whole season coming up. So ladies and gentlemen, Hattie the Heater MACUMBER, thank you for coming in, being on the show with us
you for
today. We really
having me.
appreciate it.
I think she's Hattie Otani still.
Because you do it on, that was brought up last week. You can hit it and you can throw them. So this is great. But again, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for
We really
having me.
appreciate you coming out, and we're looking forward to see you do even more. And it's amazing to say you've accomplished this much at the high school level. And she's a freshman.
Yep, keep it up, girl.
Thank you.
This week's local sports news was brought to you by Fyzical Balance Center. At Fyzical Balance Center, it's much more than your typical physical therapy clinic. At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, they focus on improving your quality of life by using a holistic, whole-body approach to connect your diagnosis with a customized plan of care. Opened by Dr. Tap Duan of Tact into Wellness. Love your life with Dr. Tap at Physical Balance Center in Sierra Vista.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that.
That was a really good interview
was a good
with
job.
Hattie MACUMBER.
She is.
MACUMBER. I hate that I wasn't here for it.
I'm sorry,
How
man.
exciting.
But she's such a great player. Just looking at the stats, and I know over the last
freshman,
few
too.
weeks, you've got the opportunity to cover more of her games, and have been telling us about her. So it's good to see you get a chance to have her in the studio and hear from her.
Yeah, special thanks to Hattie, her parents, and also thanks to Coach Trevor Ward from Wilcox Softball. We coordinated that, and Coach will help you get well soon, but we're glad that you were able to coordinate the interview for us. It was great to have her on the show.
All right. Next up, we've got Vista Pro's heating and cooling buzzer beaters. Oh my gosh.
You gotta get the soundboard. You gotta get the soundboard.
You gotta get your jingle. Where's your jingle? Where's your jingle at, Kevin? Let's get your jingle for this week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Well,
Sounds like someone's on the clock.
I think so. All right, so here we go.
Hit it, Cody.
All right, so for buzzer beaters, I told you it's all MLB for the foreseeable future. We had historic home run milestones reached this past week. The Yankees and the Angels played on the 13th, and we had Giancarlo Stanton, Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, and Paul Goldschmidt all on the field at the same time, and they are the 4 active players who are leading in home runs out of not like total stats all the time, but the active players that had the most home runs. So that was cool to see all those guys on the field together.
That is
Speaking of home runs, this week had an offensive explosion taking place where there was an average of 14.4 runs per game across 10 different matchups. And that's the highest rate since like 1936. So historic stuff happening on diamonds all across the country. We got rookies that are making big moves all over the place and a lot of great movement taking place in the standings. But we got teams like the Braves and the Dodgers that are kind of asserting dominance in their division. So stay tuned for more baseball news, but a great week.
Man, can we stop saying the word Dodgers? Can we? I'm tired of the Dodgers.
Speaking of the Dodgers, one other significant thing from this week, Jackie Robinson Day was this past week.
That was
so
cool.
all the players across the league had the opportunity to wear the number 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in baseball. As we know, that number was retired across Major League Baseball a few years back. The last player, here's a unofficial trivia question. Who was the last player that wore number 42 in the Major League Baseball?
I don't know.
I think I know who it is, but let's see if our fans know.
Barry
They can put in the
Bonds.
comments.
No? Okay.
I have no idea.
We'll see what it is in the comments.
I think he wore pinstripes.
42.
And Sandman.
That's right. It was a Sandman.
Sandman.
It was a Sandman.
Good Lord, Jared, you got a brain like a.
These baseball guys.
What the heck's wrong with these guys?
Sandman was the man. He was one of the most dominant ones to wear that number for sure.
That's awesome.
I mean, I like that nickname.
So
Anytime you got the same nickname,
And he
as
came
a
out
Spider-Man
and
villain.
he used to come out to Metallica. It was so awesome.
Oh, that's why you
It was
got
so
that
perfect.
nickname.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, for my buzzer beater, I talk NBA. I've been talking about NBA playoffs. They've started officially. And I talked about last week how the West is more dominant to the East. At least it looks like that. So I'm going to go a little bit more specific. Let's talk about the Phoenix Suns, our local team here, right? They made it. They got out of the play-in. And what their reward is to play the Thunder in the first round. Now, look, the Thunder are the best team in the league. They have SGA, who's probably one of the best players, if not the best player in the league. But I'm going to make a case for how Phoenix can get this done, right? So one of the weaknesses of the Thunder is their three-point defense. They're ranked 25th in the NBA. Now, the Suns just happen to be one of those teams that could exploit that. Devin Booker healthy, Jalen Green healthy, Grayson Allen healthy. These are players that can make threes. And then even Dylan Brooks, if he's healthy, he could be a defender out there, maybe make things tough for SGA. Phoenix actually plays good defense. They're a top 10 defense in the NBA. I don't know if a lot of people understand that. So if you put those two things together, maybe, just maybe, Phoenix wins a game in this series.
Wins a game.
Yeah, my buddy was saying we looking at a gentleman's sweep.
Gentleman's sweep is probably what's going to happen. But hey, it's good for Phoenix to at least get into the playoffs. In all seriousness, just to even get there, even if they did get swept, that's 2 games, playoff basketball games that are going to be in Arizona, in Phoenix, that are going to get played. Every game they win, they get a chance to extend that. There was times in this season where it looked bleak, like the Phoenix Suns were not even going to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
So at least got to give them hats off to that. And any team that has a healthy Devin Booker, I don't want to say they're easy out. So we'll see.
The Blazers are taking on Wembanyama, the alien himself. So I don't have a.
Yeah, they got a tough task too.
Yeah, that's not going to be an
Lakers
easy
picked
one.
up a dub against Houston last night,
Absolutely.
right?
That's
I
actually kind of
debated
big.
making that my buzzer beater. I'm like, I'm not going to be a fan and overtalk the Lakers.
That's his team.
I
He's
don't
doing this for you. he picked the Suns over the Lakers.
I can make a case for how the Lakers could win this whole thing, but I don't know. That might be too far.
Right.
All right.
All righty. Well, I got some local, we'll call it Arizona sports news. So the transfer portal is in full effect here in college basketball, and we have secured a solid point guard here at U of A. Derek Dixon has transferred from the North Carolina Tar Heels to play for the Wildcats next year. Sweet. A huge addition to the program, but hey, that's what happens when you get to the Final Four and you win 36 games.
Yeah.
And, also the exciting news for that is Tommy Lloyd was able to secure an extension on his contract through 2030, and he'll be one of the highest paid ever college basketball coaches. By the 2030, he'll be making $7.7 million a year. So Derek Dixon, thanks for coming and joining us, making our chances a little bit higher to get into that national title game. D-backs are real hot right now. Took a series from the Orioles. Sorry about that, Lassiter, but no, these guys are really hot. Walk-off grand slam last night. And one more huge note, I always like to see these happen. Tobey Awaka, who's a senior at the University of Arizona Wildcat basketball team, was able to become an academic All-American among all the other accolades he had from being a bench player this year. Wow. Coming off he was sixth player of the year for Big 12 and just a lot of good accolades. But most important, he was able to pull off that academic All-American, and that's a huge accomplishment. As he heads into possibly the NBA,
Yeah, he may
My question-
might be get a late round draft or D League or
They
something.
see him play a little summer league ball.
Is University of Arizona losing anybody?
No one has declared
They're going to
leaving.
lose some of them guys. They're good.
How do you not?
I'm trying to
might
see what
leave.
Koa's going to do. Is Koa going to stay? That's the big
Koa
one.
said he wants to stay.
I'd love it if he did,
different conversations.
Well, NIL changes things. Guys don't.
True.
It does.
And there, I think his NIL value right now is about $4 million. So he's got a good amount of numbers, and his counterpart or his sidekick there, Burries, is just doing the same thing. I mean,
Alexa, order me a jump shot.
oh, it's right. It's like, man, those guys are just gonna just reload and just tear everybody apart in the Big 12 next year. There's
If
even
they
talk
do,
about
if they
one
come
of
back, then they're going to be really,
who's the big
really
who's
good.
the big name at Kansas right now. He's
Patterson?
Yeah, no, not him. The other one he's the big guy underneath. They're talking about he might be having a visit, but he canceled his visit this week to U of A. So
really?
he might end up coming back over here and talking to Lloyd.
Okay.
But he's out hunting around right now.
We'd
So
love to see him up in Tucson.
might see him end up playing at McHale next year.
Stacking those
Maybe
teams,
we see some
man.
Bryce James. next year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
let's
he's going
hope-
to play
let's
that. He
hope,
should be
you know,
playing next year. Yeah.
That gives us an outside threat. He can shoot the three like nobody else. I mean, he's solid. I watched him in the preseason and all that. He's got a great outside shot. It's like, put the guy on the court for threes alone.
He got decent size, too.
Excuse me. We don't really shoot a lot of threes because you don't have to.
Also gives them an outside shot that LeBron would come to the home games.
Yeah.
So,
True.
having LeBron at the home games in Tucson would be.
I think he's only
As
been
if the
twice
tickets
this
weren't hard
season.
enough to get.
Yeah, you know.
Is he like a Glenn Rice clone, would you say? Or like, what's his game like? I don't know anything about James.
I don't think he's as big, as strong as Glenn Rice,
Okay.
or maybe not even as good a shooter. It's yet to be seen. We only have highlights of him playing against high school players and stuff. And at the D1 Big 12 basketball,
He's the smallest of the brothers, I believe, right?
No, he's the
he's
tallest.
bigger.
He's the
He's
taller
bigger.
of the
He's
two
bigger than
brothers.
Bronny.
Yeah. He's actually, what, 6'6"?
6'6", something like that.
You know, if LeBron had married a tall woman, they would have gigantic kids. But she's
All
like,
his kids are gifted
she's
athletes.
tall.
Yeah.
They're still very gifted, though.
Yeah.
John, what you got on the board for us?
Well, if you want to give me the
Countdown.
the NFL draft starts April 23rd at 5 p.m. The Giants just traded Dexter Lawrence for the 10th overall pick in this year's draft, giving them both the 5th and the 10th pick. So the Cowboys have 2, Giants have 2, the Chiefs have 2. Okay, I'm moving into something else. There is an urgent national action to save college sports that's going on, and it's a act or action, whatever it is, an executive order, and they're proposing a 5-year eligibility cap starting at graduation or when you're 19 years old and you can't return after going pro. The transfer restrictions are you get a one-time transfer, and then when you graduate, you get another transfer after that. So it's kind of like a reward for graduating. It's like, I don't want to go to Notre Dame. I want to go to Syracuse now, blah, blah, blah. Nobody do that. But NIL compensation, it cracks down on fraudulent NIL schemes that would end up affecting possibly defined as payments, often via collectives that exceed the fair market value of an actual NIL services and function as a disguised pay-for-play tied to athletic performance. And what that does is that what they're doing is they're trying to avoid gambling. In the larger scheme, what they're doing here is they're just saying, like, pay for play. Like if the guy runs for 1,200 yards, he doesn't get paid more for bonuses and stuff like that. Then bans on bans or limits third-party booster collectives from making improper payments, so we know that all the money's coming from one revenue stream. Prohibits schools from using federal funds or certain revenues for NIL revenue sharing. So that means you're not getting state money to pay kids to play school ball, which I think is great. Don't do it. It also encourages sustainable, transparent revenue sharing models while protecting non-revenue sports like baseball or also like girls sports or, a lot of the schools that just don't make any money. Yeah. So the idea here is that it protects the students it protects the schools from all the transfers. It protects the schools from all the monies and from the violations. It protects the kids in essence from gambling, and the idea is to make sure that everybody's within the same scheme and everybody's playing by the same rules. Everybody's got different amounts of money, but give everybody the same rules. And then the enforcement mechanism would be violations would be could be making the university unfit for federal grants, contracts, or funding. So like all of those science and research things, they could lose that if they're cheating at schools, at sports in school. So
that's a big discussion to have on different, besides the buzzer beater, we could have a whole
we should
panel
have a
chat about this kind of stuff happening.
It's ridiculous.
I think NIL and the transfer portal are many times in the same conversation, but really they're two different conversations.
Yeah. One is money and one is location.
Right. And they're kind of used together because athletes are kind of taking advantage, and it's either helping or hurting schools in the process together the same, but they're kind of different.
It also hurts students. Like if you've got some guy that transfers in, he's transferred to 3 other schools, and now I've played for 3 years at quarterback. I'm awesome, and then this guy just walks in, just smokes me just because he's just Carson Beck doesn't want to play at Florida,
he's been playing
Miami
for 3 years already. Yeah,
or 8 years like Carson Beck.
It's a whole nother. Back in the day, we got to say that now. It wasn't even that long ago when the transfer portal wasn't a thing and NIL wasn't a thing, and when they were pushing these things to be discussed, this was the pushback. This is what a lot of the old school minded coaches were saying is, hey, this is going to create an unfair advantage to the teams that don't have the booster clubs that Alabama has or some of the SEC schools have. And then it's going to create issues with, I recruit a kid, as soon as he's not happy about not starting or whatever, he can transfer, and it's way too easy, and that can have an adverse effect. But once they factored in all those things, they still decided to, these were going to be the rules that we were going to play with, and it just is what it is. It's like,
so these aren't
teams are going to have to adjust. Obviously, Indiana was able to make the adjustment and make it work, and they weren't a big budget team before this. They didn't have all of that. So
work smarter, man. Yeah. You don't need to spend all that money.
My only thoughts on this, I don't disagree with anything that you said in that. And I know this is all draft format right now. It's not official, and I don't have a disagreement with any of it. My only thing is, I wish college football would police itself. I feel like, and this is not to be political.
I agree.
Right. This should not have to be addressed by the president.
right?
No.
regardless of who the president is. Again, I'm not being political.
This has been in the
I think that
problem
this
for 20
college
years.
football should be able to take care of this. The president got way more important stuff they had to deal with than they have to come down and address this in sports. And again, I'm not attacking the president. I'm talking about the guys who lead college football.
Yeah.
Guys, clean your house up.
Thank you, Kevin. That should be the whole, what's that?
My vote gets Nick Saban to be one of the guys up on top to
Now, if he
clean
was,
house.
hey,
Oh my God!
Well-
He would just rip everything out.
Well,
No money.
he's one of the old school guys that Dennis was talking about that, said that this was going to happen, and now it has, and it's come full swing, and it's like, told you so. Here it
Dennis
is.
talked about it from the coaching side of the house. I'm going to talk about it from the player side of the house, which is, it's funny how we're calling for all this change because there's finally a system in place that benefits players more than coaches and universities.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting.
So it's
Someone's gotta-
interesting to see that,
Exactly.
oh, we got to change this. It's the wild, wild west out here. Why? Because I can transfer every year, and over the course of 3 seasons, I've made $20 million and played football at 3 schools, and that's
Yep.
a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but I kind of wonder if that's minor league sports rather than college sports. And then I also know, like, that's a whole nother.
Well-
I'm opening all the bat.
a good can, because I do think that college sports is minor league sports.
Yeah.
They package it as if it's, and on one hand, hey, these are just kids and they need education. They're not professionals. But on the other hand, you're like, hey, this is the best league that there is. It's worth this, all this. It's like, no, it really is that great. It's just that football and basketball, I'll just use those two as an example. We have the NBA and the NFL. Well, there's only one professional league, but how many different universities are there? We even talk about it here in our local area. We have athletes that they're trying to get to the next level, and they're getting to these colleges and stuff that are basically minor league sports, but under the umbrella of college, where the university is getting most of the money.
Where
like you
Cochise
said.
would be like a 1A, and then like the
Yeah.
Pima would be like a 2A, and then you've got
the concept of
Like U of A, you
amateurism.
mean tell me the players that play for U of A aren't almost like just
Those are
maybe
pro
one
athletes.
half a step below in NBA players.
they're pro athletes.
And a lot of those U of A players are going to be NBA players and be good NBA players. So they don't just flip a switch when they get to the NBA like, oh, I'm a professional now. Well, you know what? Like, especially now that you're getting paid and all these things, you were a professional a year ago. Like you were playing pro ball a year ago. You don't think Koa Pete feels like he was playing against pros in that NCAA tournament?
my gosh.
And stuff. But this is pro basketball. Let's just be real. And where it's going, and almost where I think it should go, is you might as well make it a professional league and handle it the same way.
Well,
Get
just
GMs.
They are now. Teams having general
Get
managers.
GMs.
Yeah.
And how you can police it, in all fairness, is give these teams a salary cap.
yes.
Bingo.
Don't
Well, that's what this is saying, is that in here they talk about a salary bans on. Well, I guess it doesn't say it right here, but they were saying that they would try and cap teams just to level the playing field.
Yeah.
That's
but
the only way you can.
yeah, and so you end up, then you could end up with a whole lot more like really, really level playing field. You could end up with like a 16 that could actually beat a 1
Right.
seed.
Right,
you
because
know,
if most
everybody's
the
capped.
best players are just going to most of the time
Go for the money.
where they can be paid the most.
I would.
When your offers are all of the offers are legitimate powerhouse programs, you're kind of comparing apples and apples. It's like, okay, which one's going to pay more, and that's where you're going to go. But if every team had a cap and then there was a max on each player, like, yeah, these great players are going to want to get the max deal. But if it was the same here as it was there, then maybe you're going to pick based off of what you're supposed to pick off. What school do you want to go to?
Some schools are going to
What
be
coach do you want to
offensive
play
line
for?
schools. Some are going to be
What are you trying to
quarterbacks.
learn about outside of the game? Go to the schools that have good science programs if you're a science kid or whatever. If the institution, universities still want to brand themselves as educational institutions, then that should be what they should be pushing for their athletes, is like, hey, we're not just a pro league. We're a pro league that gives this. We give this great education to these athletes, and that's what separates us from the NBA and the NFL. Well, then that should be
I
at the
think to a
forefront.
certain extent that is happening, but there's so much money that gets made from these athletics. So much money.
Billions. All right, this week's buzzer beater is brought to you by Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Just like your favorite teams, they believe in preparation, performance, and showing up for their community. Vista Pros, local, reliable, professional. They're awesome. We love them so much.
They gave away a Yeti cooler this week.
Oh, gosh.
Somebody win it? I'm not sure who won it. Yeah.
I'll tell you a trick. That's where you put your electronics in those like Yeti coolers. That's what I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little pro tip.
When you travel?
Anytime I'm working, I put it in a
keeps everything
cooler.
cool.
Yeah, anytime Jared's seen me, I put it in a lunchbox.
Yep.
That's stupid. Anyway, last up, we've got seniors helping seniors sports trivia. Oh my gosh. I'm still in second place. Now we've changed some of the rules so that it gives everybody a chance to compete with Dennis. So we'll see how this goes. We will get bonus points.
And it is draft week, so we're thinking there might be a theme for NFL draft.
I'm crossing my
We'll
fingers because that's a strength for me, but I somehow doubt it.
All
All right, Cody, let's see it.
Release the hounds.
Question number 1.
Which 3 NFL teams have had the most number 1 picks in the draft? Which 3 teams have had the most number 1 picks in the draft?
So, which 3 teams are the most horrible?
Yeah.
Who's been
These
bad?
are the worst teams you can think of.
I know one of them, I think.
I got one, I think.
Yep, I think
I
we all
think
got
I
the same
got
one.
2.
Oh, I know what it is. And number 3. What's number 3?
I got 2. I'm going to say this one just to say it. But
It's not the Texans.
no. All right, I got my 3. I know at least one of them right, maybe 2.
I need one more. I just need one more. I'll just say Chargers because I know it's
Chargers.
not the
It
Chargers.
could be the
but
Chargers. I don't know.
I don't think so. No, they've only had the number 1 pick like 4 or 5 times. All right,
Hold
so
on,
everybody.
I got to throw a team out there. I'm trying to think.
Oh,
All right. I got my 3.
okay. I changed from Chargers. Okay, my 3. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, I've got Browns, Jets, and Giants.
Not bad.
Yeah, Browns, Jets, Saints.
Oh, that's good, too.
Something about the Browns and Jets because I got those 2. And Raiders.
I said the Browns, the Bengals, and the Raiders.
And the Raiders. I don't think the
Okay,
Raiders are
and
that
survey
bad.
says.
Everybody said the Browns.
Whoa!
Colts, Rams, and
Colts, the
Browns.
Rams, and the Browns. Well, everybody said Browns, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
yeah.
got one.
I would have not thought Colts and Rams.
Yeah. Well, you have to remember
No,
when they
the
were.
Rams had them years where they weren't that good. Though.
Yeah.
They did have some years where they.
Yeah.
I mean,
First time
Sam
around.
Bradford was a number 1 pick. I can't.
Yep.
Who else was a number 1 pick for the Rams?
Goff.
Golf, maybe. Yeah.
He was.
Is he number one overall?
Yeah, he was number 1 overall. Who else?
I mean, the Colts.
Was Steven Jackson a number 1
Colts
pick?
No.
was
No,
Peyton
I
Manning.
usually
was
want to back
awesome,
that going.
though.
He's
Probably
great.
Peyton
though.
Manning and Andrew.
Yeah, we know
Luck.
Manning
For
was.
sure, Manning,
Luck.
Luck.
Luck,
It's got to be
yep.
a lineman somewhere in there too.
Probably like, well, Jeff said
Well,
probably
they
Mario.
go down one,
No.
though.
Maybe Edgerrin James, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, either way, we appreciate that.
Yep.
All right.
Okay,
Good one.
let's see question number 2.
So we all got 1 point on
Everybody
that.
got one.
Yay.
We're good enough. All right. In the NFL, what 3 NFL teams were never awarded first pick in the draft in any era?
Wait.
Oh my god.
It's 3
So
teams.
they
I
were
know
never
of one.
given the number
I
1
know
pick?
of one.
So what teams have never gotten a number 1 pick?
Oh,
That one's really tricky.
Yeah, I think a teams that's like always been pretty good.
Yeah.
Picks. Oh,
I'm gonna say these guys because I can't think of. I know I'm on the board because I got one of them. It's a layup for me. But the second team,
Number 1 pick? Who's never? Oh, you know what? It could have been one of those teams that's like new. That hasn't
Oh, it
really
can't be
been
the
around.
Packers. Oh, I was gonna say.
It can't be a team that's been around.
I'm changing pens. It's getting too dry over here. Okay, what's your favorite team? Oh, shoot. No.
And
it's 3 teams you're asking the question, right? I gotta come up with a third.
lastly, I'm gonna say
That's probably that last one probably ain't right. But I got one.
got
I know
one.
I got one of them.
I don't know. I got one of them.
Everybody good?
I've only got one.
I don't think I got any.
I put down the Chargers, and I'm not even sure about that. I think they got Joe Alt. Was he the number 1 overall pick? He was like number 2 pick.
Not remember. Jared, who you got?
Ravens, Jaguars, and Patriots.
Ooh, I got Ravens, Jaguars, and Cowboys.
I got the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Bills. I know the Ravens have never had the
Did have
number 1
Steelers
pick.
initially, then I crossed them
I didn't
out.
know Oh yeah, the Ravens weren't the Browns.
Ravens have never had it.
They never, yeah.
Ravens
Let's
have never
see
picked
it.
one.
Ravens,
Broncos.
Broncos, and
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Shoot.
Okay.
2 AFC West
All
teams.
AFC squad. Well, Seattle's used to be a.
All of us
AFC
are old
squad,
men.
yeah.
We all think of Seattle and the AFC.
Okay, so everybody got on, right?
Everybody
no,
got,
I got
everybody
it.
got
Oh,
one.
John didn't. Okay.
Man, I drew a nasty blank on that one.
Yeah, that's why I said it was a layup because I know the Ravens have
Was
never
Trevor
had
Lawrence
the
a number
pick.
1 pick?
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
So was Tony Baselli.
I thought about
I was
that.
trying to think
yeah.
of, I was trying to
Baselli was
think of the
good.
Panthers, but they got one too. They got Cam Newton.
No, he was number 1 pick twice if you think about it. He's number 1 pick for them, and then he was the number 1 pick in the expansion draft for the Houston Texans.
Oh, Baselli. Yeah, that's right. All right. What's the third question?
All right.
Which 2 teams never made a last pick in the draft in any era? Oh, God.
Okay. This is,
Mr. Irrelevant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's never had a Mr. Irrelevant?
Well, the Lions have had it a bunch of times.
The only Mr. Irrelevant I can think of wasn't the kicker from Kansas City a Mr. Irrelevant?
Purdy was a Mr. Irrelevant.
Butker, wasn't he a
Yeah.
Mr. Irrelevant at one point? I don't know what the number is anymore because the number of picks in the draft changes all the time. But it used to be like a jersey they would get with like 256 on the back.
They
but-
get,
but they
get a
changed it
trip
now.
too. They used to get a trip. Last pick. I'll just go with yeah. Do that. Okay.
I'm taking a shot in the dark on the second one, but I got one.
All right. Dennis, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Jared,
That's
what'd you get?
I said Panthers and Cardinals.
Okay. I went with
Oh, wait, it was just 2 on this one?
Yep. I went with Packers and Jags.
I said Baltimore and Green Bay.
I'm saying Commanders and Jets.
Let's go!
What? The Ravens?
You got both?
And the
I got
Bills?
Baltimore. I got both. I went up there.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang, good job on that one.
Gosh,
'cause I
you
had no
blanked me on
idea.
that one too.
I
Good
went
job,
blank
Cody.
on that.
Man,
I had
that's
no idea.
Wait a minute.
Those were
This is historic. Kevin answered something right on every question.
Hey, man.
And we are tied, Jared. I'm coming. I'm coming, Jared.
You got me.
that's awesome. All
Only
right.
took one day. Got me right back in there. I gotta get tightened up on my trivia.
And we
That's
just need
right,
to like read Wikipedia to each other or something.
Practice, yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for the Cool FM Live Sports Show, brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors with supporting sponsors Vista Pros Heating and Cooling, Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Berean Academy, and Fyzical Balance Center. These folks are great supporters of local athletes and families, so check them out and recommend them to all your friends and family. We love them so much. They do take care of us directly, and they take care of you especially. We'd love to have you guys go out and say hi to them and just check in. All right, guys. Anything we got to say before we go?
Good luck
Setbacks.
to
Oh, go ahead, Jared.
Giovanni Borbone.
Oh, yeah?
Might be having a phone call this week. We're praying for you. We're pulling for you, Giovanni. You had a great pro day at UMass. May the best be, in your future endeavors. If you make it to the, late rounds or undrafted free agency, we're pulling for it, man.
nice
We want to
thing
see
about-
you do that. So
The nice thing about undrafted free agency, Jared, you get to pick where you go.
true. So
Arizona.
he could also have a chance at the UFL too. So there's more options out there. So he's keeping it open, but he's really pulling for this Thursday and this weekend. So we'll see what can happen. So good luck to our local boy. Might see a name announced from Sierra Vista, Arizona for the NFL draft. Wouldn't be the first time, but It'd be great to see one within the last few years. So, good luck to Giovanni. Sorry.
May your setbacks be setups for your comeback.
There you go.
All right.
What were you going to say? I cut you off earlier, Kevin.
Oh, that was it. That was it.
All righty.
Dennis?
No, we're good. I would just say watch some NBA basketball. It's going down right now. Phoenix is the local team right now. Root them on. I know they got a tall task in front of them with the Thunder, but hey, anything can happen. Anything is possible.
Well, the Trailblazers are going to come down to Tucson, so I'll,
Are they
looking forward to that. They got sold, so they're on their way out of
Tucson
Portland.
Trailblazers.
Yeah, Tucson Trailblazers, baby.
What do we have for coverage this week, or who are we covering in upcoming
Oh, I don't have a list of that.
sports, if anything? Do we know?
I know we got some. Let me pull it up here. I think we're looking at trying to cover Douglas. We should be covering games in Wilcox and also in Benson. That's Douglas on the 20th, Wilcox on the 21st, and Benson on the 24th.
All
Games
right.
we're looking at trying to cover.
Well, check those out here on Cool FM. And, yeah, have a great week. God bless.